Hey everybody, just a quick video on the Kilowatt P3. This is like a $20 device that tells you how much money an appliance is costing you. In this case, what I have is a rather ancient freezer that runs all the time, and I think it's costing me $20 a month, a lot of money. And so how this works is you plug your appliance into it, and then you plug it into the wall. Now here I've used an adapter because at one time I had something else plugged in here. So a lot of times people will plug these in and they'll use, instead of this adapter, which I'm using as a standoff, you'll use an extension cord. So the device goes between the power source and the which is this plate, and the appliance, which is here. You can use an extension cord, but apparently you're not supposed to use one that's long or thin, or long and thin, because that will skew the results. That will make it seem like the appliance is using too much power. So here I've just used an adapter, which is, you can think of it, as a very, very short extension cord, not much at all. At any rate, how does this thing work? Well, it's very easy. There are other buttons here that do other things that tell you the frequency, the voltage, power factor, but really all you want is this purple button, which is why I suspect they've left it purple. You press this button and it toggles back and forth between time, the amount of time you plugged when you started to plug this thing in to your freezer, my ancient freezer, and the amount of kilowatt hours used. Now in this case I'm toggling back 24 hours this thing has been plugged in, 24 hours and 1 minute, and it's used 5.6 kilowatts, which I think is a lot. I think I can get a freezer that uses way less than this. So that brings up the question, what is a kilowatt? What is a kilowatt hour? A kilowatt hour is apparently 1,000 watts over 1 hour. So if you have a 1,000 watt hair dryer and you left it plugged in for an hour, blow drying many people's heads, that would be 1 kilowatt hour. And in my area, or in my electric company, 5.6, in my electric company, 1 kilowatt hour costs 12 cents, 0.12. I looked at my bill and I discovered that I was using 667 kilowatt hours last month, and my bill was $79, so I did the math. There are other things that are confusing in the bill, but I discovered after doing it that each kilowatt hour costs 12 cents. Okay, let's do the math. In 24 hours, according to my awesome kilowatt, I used 5.60 kilowatt hours at 12 cents an hour. That's $0.672 per day. In other words, 67 cents, a little over 67 cents a day. So you multiply 67.672 or 67.2 cents per day times 365 days, and that appliance is costing me $245.28 to run in a year. That's a lot of money. Okay, so here's what I found. I go over here. Here's at Lowe's. It's a, what is it? Comparable freezer. This might actually be slightly smaller, but that's fine. It's $479. And so that's a lot of money, but let's click on this thing here. This is the energy guide that they stick these on everything, and if you go online apparently you can find them. Look at the energy cost estimated. Now this is they're saying, look, this is going to cost you $56 a year to run, and that's with 466 kilowatt hours at, hey, look down here, the same price, 12 cents. So you can compare the math. So I'm saving, holy cow, I'm going to save pretty close to $200 every year I use this, which means it will pay for itself in less than 3 years. That's pretty cool. 56 instead of 245. Wow. So that's it. That's the kilowatt. Just use the purple button, figure out how many kilowatt hours over 24 hours are being used, and multiply that out, and there you go.